This gimbal is an incredible piece of equipment. We can run any camera on it, any lens. We're not limited. Unlike the DJI gimbals where Steven is stuck with his, it's a 5D 2 and 3, correct?
Yeah,
It's a 5D 2 and 3 with a 28mm lens. We can fly any camera, any lens, any combination with a follow focus, with an iris pull, doesn't matter. At the moment, we have the Sony A7S on this rig. Just what we're flying at the moment. We like the camera, it's lightweight, does the job. On our gimbal, we have, all our wires are incredibly clean on this gimbal. We only have 2 major wiring points. We have, again, like Steven talked about, video transmitter. This is a 500 watt Fonto sticker. Great little transmitter. Again, right-hand circular polarized antenna. This gives us the best signal diversity with our monitors. It's simple, straightforward. We pop it onto the side of the gimbal, plug power in, and this gimbal is ready to fly. Now we have our octocopter. This is a custom-built Cinestar 8 heavy lift dual-point failure system. It is running a dual microcopter flight controller system, which allows it to survive an entire flight control failure. It's also an octocopter, which allows us to lose 1 to 2 motors, payload depending, and still fly and still recover the aircraft in case of a critical error. My favorite thing about it is how easy it is to put together. We're ready to go. If this thing had props and batteries, we toss it in the cage and take it off. Another big thing that we do is we also use a pilot camera on the front here. There's a little box camera like they use in security systems. This camera allows me, the pilot, in addition to being able to see my aircraft 600 feet away, also see what the nose of the aircraft sees. So when I'm flying along and the director says, hey, Brian, we want you to just buzz that building. I can just, boom, buzz that building, and I know I can buzz that building because I'm visually seeing it and I'm also seeing where the aircraft is. Again, another FlySight monitor. This is a stock one, and like Steven said, the one that DSLR Pros guys right over there make is infinitely better. I run a right-hand circular polarized on it and a helical as well. That gives us the best signal diversity. Another thing we do with our aircraft is, you guys can see the taped out booms on it. We do that so when it's in the air, I know that if all I'm seeing is red on this side, I know that I am looking at the left side of the aircraft. If all I can see is green on this side, I know I'm seeing the right hand of the aircraft. Anyone here with manned aviation experience will know this is how manned aircraft are set up. And for me, I'm working on my pilot's license right now. It just, when I got into it, I just said, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this. And it works for me. It also lets us keep the drone really well oriented, and in certain situations, since the front boom is light, it's I think 5,500 Kelvin, it also acts as a landing light in situations where we do have an error and we do have to emergency land the craft. I can actually see how high I am off the ground based off that light, and it assists with landing between myself and my visual line of sight spotter. On the radios, like Steven said, a good radio is very important. This is a Grotner MC32. This is a desk-style transmitter. This is about 4.5, 5 pounds all kitted out. I prefer this transmitter because on a long day on set of flying, it's incredibly comfortable. Right now, I have no weight on my body. As the pilot in command, this lets me keep myself at the lowest stress levels in my body possible. It's also very comfortable. It gives me a place to rest my hands. Right here I have my monitor. I can see exactly where I am at all times at the front of the craft, and it's pretty easy to get in and out of. The only thing I don't have today is my batteries. Like Steven said, we actually run a pair of 10,000 milliamp or 10 amp hour 6S cells. The reason we do this is batteries are a weak point in all multi-rotor systems. If we have a battery drop a cell or a battery completely fail mid-flight, the secondary battery will take over. The telemetry downlink to my controller will tell me, hey, we've got a battery that died, voltage just dropped, land the aircraft. And that's what we'll do, we'll land the aircraft. At this point, I'd like to open up to questions. Anybody have any questions?